Thank you so much for being with us on a Tuesday night. On behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Marangolo, and this is Thank God It's Tuesday. Please let me know if you're seeing us, if you're hearing us. And do me a favor and click on this logo on the bottom of your screen and subscribe to First Amendment Sports. He's Kevin Ricka.
You just turned a baguette into a delicious portion of stuffing, ready to rock and roll out of nowhere.
We'll see.
How did that happen?
I'm not entirely sure yet. Until I see this change, I'm not entirely sure that that's what we've done, but that is what we're trying to do. He's Tim Strachan.
If we're live, that's the first Thanksgiving miracle of this week.
We're live.
Dude, I think it worked. We're about to get some feedback from the board here in a second or two. The best board in the business, as I like to say. His name, Eric Anderson, James Rainey, AGH. Nasta, sir. We appreciate all you guys being with us on a regular basis. Senor Cohen. All the good folks. And you know what? He's married. He's leading Thanksgiving for his family. He's making his way through a 3-7 season. Greg Martin, welcome to the show. I apologize for making you late. You have 6 minutes. We have 6 minutes to spend with Greg Martin tonight. I think, unless he can make some, schedule changes, because he has a busy night. It is T. Right? It's Victory Tuesday, T.
Dude, are you serious? I mean, it's Victory Tuesday, and it's the greatest week of the year, greatest holiday of the year, and it just a dose of basting and a side of awesome, because the Dallas Cowboy Washington football team game means possibly first place in the NFC East. I know it's
I don't know how to say it. Yeah.
Terrible thing, and you don't want to go home, hang a sign up right now if you are the lead of the NFC East, but screw it.
Listen, in a world where people can't get together for Thanksgiving, in a world where you're stuck at home with not your extended family, not your double and triple and quadruple extended family, that uncle that you see once a year on Thanksgiving, that cousin that you'd love to hang out with, but it gets a little weird after Thanksgiving dinner and you're watching football, all the weird family stuff that doesn't happen, guess what? It's happening this year because the Cowboys and the Redskins are 2 3-win teams are playing for a season in the NFC East, and it's weird and it's uncomfortable, and the whole country has to deal with it this year. And it's the Washington Redskins / Washington football team awkward family situation at Thanksgiving dinner. You otherwise may have escaped it, otherwise, but guess what?
Uncle Thirsty and his kid.
It is going to get so weird. Welcome to our, it's not even a dilemma anymore. I'm over it. T walked me through it a couple weeks ago. We've been working on it together in group sessions. The NFC East is going to send a team to the playoffs, and it could be us. There'll be a movie one day played about Alex Smith's journey to that home playoff game that we host out of nowhere. Maybe he just randomly beats someone amazing because that's the way the movie's going to go. T, how about this? There could be a Disney movie made about our season that people will watch in 25 or 30 years, and they won't even know that we were 3-7 at Thanksgiving, because that part of the story will just get kind of, washed away just a little bit in the cutting room floor.
It's part of the story, man. You can't get that. It's 2020.
But we're not coming back. I mean, at 3-7, so there's not a single 4-win team in our division. Everyone has 3 wins. So there's nobody that's coming back from anything. We're too far gone. All 4 of us. There's no coming back from this. Someone's going to have to own being the division winner. I want it. I want that banner. I wanted to say 2020. But think about this. This is the fun part. Someone's going to draft in the top 10 of the NFL, win the NFC East, and play a first-place schedule next season. That is, to me, that's nuts.
That's a tough schedule. The top teams are the top teams. If you can just get to the second place schedule, you're avoiding just certain devastation.
My whole point is that like people. Like, I heard.
I don't want that. I'm just saying.
I was arguing with a Cowboys fan today, and that was their thing. They're like, "Well, do you really want to win the NFC East? Because if you do, you're going to have to play a first base schedule." And I said, "Guess what? At the level of competition in the NFC East this season, there's no difference between first, second, and third. I mean, do you think we really care whether it's the Seahawks, Cardinals, or Rams? Trust me, we're playing their homecoming all 3 weeks next year.
Yeah, the West doesn't matter, but you like to have a break, you know.
I know.
That's all. But I don't give a damn. I want to win the East. How many chances you get to win the East? It's funny to me.
Bring it.
And if you can't be from this area with 10 or less people or so on Thanksgiving, and you know everyone's gonna be reaching out. Remember the old days? It would be the long corded phone, and someone would be like, "Here, talk to your aunt so and so from blah blah blah," and you'd be like, "Hi, Aunt so so, miss you, love you," and pass it to your little sister. Be like, "Sorry, it's for you."
I'm eating Brussels sprouts.
Well, now there's gonna be 90 screens, and we're all gonna figure it out. You're watching Alex Smith on Thanksgiving lead our team against our hated rival.
What else do you want?
With family at a level right here and all around. Like, come on, man. Like, who cares about a first place schedule? Let's win this Thanksgiving.
T, how many games does it take to win the NFC East this year?
Five, right?
You think 5-11 goes to the playoffs to the NFC East?
It's never been done. 5-11 has never been done.
I think it's 7. I think
It's still 7. Okay.
Just in the division. Yeah, no, 7 overall.
Because the board is saying 6 at this point, with every single team with 3 wins, and we're well into the second half of the season.
If there was ever a time for 5-11 to happen, it's this year. And that bodes well for us. But if you look at Philly's schedule, they're done, man. They're done.
So they got Seattle on Monday night.
Nobody has a schedule that has 4 out of 6 wins on it. I can guarantee you that. Now, T's right. If you get to 7, it's all yours.
Well, the Giants
Someone
get to play the
gets to
Bengals.
7, it's theirs.
With Ryan Finley at quarterback. That should be helpful to the Giants. But the thing about being in the NFC East with everyone having 3 wins is we still have to take care of our own business, which includes the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. But before we get there, let's just talk briefly about the win over Cincinnati. And I can't, T, I would be remiss if I didn't have an announcer comment. I live my fandom through watching TV, through watching my team on TV. And for God's sake, sometimes I feel like the CBS executives go into a room on like Wednesday and they're like, how can we F Ken over? And all the people who love watching his team on TV. So first of all, they give us Adam Archuleta. Fine. At least he's done games before. And timeout real fast. I love Aqib Talib's rawness. I love him just being him. I love that. My problem with Aqib Talib was that they went and found someone who'd never done a game before and were like, hey, we got a game this week you can do. And no one's going to watch it. Why don't you just go ahead and do it? That's my problem. This year, this week we got Adam Archuleta. He's done games before. He's on CBS. Fine. First problem with Adam Archuleta is during the telecast, he mentions that we love him here, that he's a big deal, that he was expecting a parade, which I know is tongue-in-cheek and in jest. But we don't love Adam Archuleta here. He's not a beloved Redskin. He was the absolute poster boy for everything we did wrong as an organization. We went and found a guy who had a couple of highlight plays, and we made him the highest paid safety in the history of the NFL. And I would have given 10 times that amount to our guest in the previous show named Lawrence Moten, who played in the WCAC and was a basketball player. He would have been a fine safety. If in 50 years we're all looking back and thinking how much we paid Adam Archuleta, the biggest contract in the history of the league, to be our safety, And
No, he played special teams.
oh God, but he didn't. And he did, and then ultimately he never played. He knocked himself right off the field.
I just thought he wasn't a factor. Like, I didn't think he was
Non-factor. Highest paid safety ever.
He was. But I think it was only like 5 years, $26 million.
It had a 4 handle on it ultimately.
It did?
Yeah.
Uh,
And
I knew he was the highest paid. I know we made
Yeah.
him because we made everyone the highest paid at their position that offseason.
we made everyone exactly. He was the poster child. Go ahead,
Right.
T.
He was as much a factor when he played here as he was as a broadcaster this past weekend. I don't know why you let the broadcaster bring you down so much. They're like parsley. It's kind of, hopefully it makes it better, but at the end of the day, it's really not a part of it. Why do you let it bother you?
I let it bother me because I love football. I love watching football. I love experiencing football. And as a 3-man booth, I hold people to at least our standard. And I think we call a great football game. And at the very least, you don't call one of the top wide receivers in the entire National Football League who's gone out and proven it every single Sunday since he showed up. Tony McLaurin? Really? Tony McLaurin? Do you say Johnny Rice? Do you say, Terry Dorsett? I mean, are you Johnny Montana? I mean, Tony McLaurin? For real?
I'm hoping everything's all right in this region of the basement.
I'm getting a little emotional. But it's a week in and week out.
Yeah.
You know what? You're a really good Catholic. You really are. You're like one of the best Catholics, certainly the best Catholic out of the 3 of us.
I appreciate that.
I can't believe you hate on these people so bad. I don't know why. I don't know why you do it.
Well, I thought it was great that I got my Catholicism trashed because of Ken's penchant for terrible announcers for terrible football games. I'm going to pray for all of us.
After the whistle, we started that show. That's our whole take on being a fan of this team, is experiencing it as a TV show and as the drama that it is, good or bad, mostly bad. But it's compelling TV. It has been for years, and for not always good reasons.
I had the text written as soon as I saw it was Archuleta, but I just didn't want to go there. I just wanted to watch the game in like anonymity in my little bubble with my food.
T, I wouldn't talk about it if it didn't need to be talked about. And I can let it go until next week. And I just want everyone to know, just tune in. If in the first 5 minutes you hear, I'm so glad you called. I've been hanging out around the Pee Wee football field for the last 3 months. I'm so glad to be around pros again. Or if you hear he's the effing receiving yards leader in the league, Tony McLaurin. He's having a great season. If you hear any of those two things or anything like it, then don't come anywhere near this house, because I probably have a shotgun and I'm just looking to fire it in all angles because I get a little bit crazy.
All right.
Yeah, come on.
Damn.
Bring me down.
You can't just threaten to fire a shotgun at all angles in your Kensington neighborhood.
I get crazy.
All right.
No, you're right. Let's back away from Adam Archuleta. I love
the
Jennifer
release
Walcott.
valve
She's
on the
great.
Reebok pumps. Let's
All right,
talk
let's do it.
about Thanksgiving. And
We won the game.
Let's embrace.
Despite the fact that Joe Burrow was running a clinic on our offense in the first half, we won the game, and it's a testament to
He's a
beating
bad
the
boy,
Bengals.
but he's a bad man.
He's going to be. I mean,
really great.
I was sick when I saw him laying on that field. Sick. I hated it. I hated every second of it, and I know he's going to be a fine. He hasn't built his potential on mobility. He's built his potential on being a badass passer. He threw the ball in 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 seconds on the regular. You can break an MCL and an ACL and be just fine with that kind of talent.
Yeah, no, it was an unfortunate injury. He's shown that he is what he was built to be. It was interesting this week that Ron Rivera came out saying that they would have taken, Burrow second if the picks had switched. But I mean, as much as I feel bad for him and his situation he's right now, we got an even better and different badass in Chase Young.
Yep.
And that dude can change a game with one play. And his hit on Burrow was unbelievable. And I think a game changer.
Yep.
That injected something into this Washington football team for sure.
That was the type of highlight that we all anticipated seeing, but it just became tangible. The symbolism of him hitting the number one guy and at the goal line and knocking the ball, the angle he had to take, the pursuit that he's shown, the passion, the leadership. This guy is all of it. We all knew it. I'm just telling you. This board will back me on this. We have never backed off of this. We said we knew his character since he was 14. Yep. We've watched him grow up. He's played at the top level against the top guys and always come out on the winning end.
Kev and T, tell me if you thought about this. We had the opportunity to stand on a goal line of a DeMatha game. A goal line, which I believe Chase Young participated in, correct?
He was the defensive end, yes.
The ball sat inches away from the goal line. Who were they playing against that day, Kev?
DeMatha, T-School, his place.
DeMatha
school in
against
Hyattsville, yes.
St. John's.
My school.
Yeah.
From the nation's capital.
We stood there and watched the ball. I took a picture of it with my cell phone. And the ball sat all by itself about, 7-8 inches away from the goal line, okay? With the game on the line. And he had teammates, and our high school conference is full of studs. And probably other people who played in that game, I guarantee you, we could tell you.
Five stars.
Who will be, whose names will be said on Saturdays and Sundays. So that's a fact. That ball didn't make it into the end zone. And Chase Young had something to do with that. And it's this ability to play a 100-yard game. So, you can play a 10-yard game. Joe Gibbs loves to play a 10-yard game. You have a quarterback who can guide a 10-yard game. You have a running back on an offensive line who can be in a 10-yard game. The league has evolved into these players who play 100 total yards. And it's insane how they're able to do it. And I'm talking about all positions. I'm talking about Pat Mahomes. I'm even talking about guys like Aaron Donald. I'm even talking about, guys like name your
Honey
the Julio
Badger
Jones.
plays 51 and a half.
Everything to the last millimeter.
I get it.
Chase Young defends his field to the last blade of grass. He does not think the play is over until he says it is. That's the kind of guy he is. That's the kind of player he is. He won the game for us on that play.
And if you have a partner in crime named Montez, that's a lot of surface area to be covered.
It's amazing. And T, did you see when they talked later that they did the line of how he ran after the ball? Because T, on that play, he was on the other side of the field.
Yeah, so right away I think of DK Metcalf, right, and his effort play. I want because that was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of the character that it takes, the kind of player it takes to make a spectacular play, coming off the right side edge, being double teamed, trying to fight through that, seeing that it flushed out the other way, and he takes a circuitous route, only to know that the quarterback has got to turn it inside because he's got a teammate that's going to turn him in. And he wasn't just going to stop a touchdown. He knew that a quarterback wasn't going to run through him. And he was going to give it everything he got and jar that ball loose. And he did exactly that.
T, didn't he run through that plane? How he took an angle on that ball, and he wasn't trying to make a tackle. He ran through the plane of the 1-inch line and made sure the ball didn't cross him.
He was trying to wreak havoc, is what he was trying to do.
He was getting Joe Burrow. But what I'm going to tell you is we have to tip a little Makers 46 to our guy, Dino Campbell, because you don't take a path to the goal line based on pursuit drills that you haven't done since you were a baby. And old Dino had him as the D coordinator at DeMatha. And when he took that angle from the other side of the field and did the formula based in his head that it used to be the $6 million man, he's going to make it the $600 million man.
Sure.
How to get to here by now to be able to do that, yeah, well, that's different math. And having Dino Campbell teaching that back in the day, Unbelievable. That's the first thing I thought of. This guy is so fundamental. What a great leader on the sidelines. We're watching a baby become a huge presence in this franchise. It's the best possible case scenario. It really is.
I want to ask T this question, and then Kevin, you can follow it up. T, so on that play where he makes it into the backfield and he basically almost breaks up a handoff, he's running between the quarterback and the ball carrier. What's happening there? Why are people so, fixated on? I mean, obviously he didn't make a mistake. He got there so fast. He didn't know what to do. What's his primary responsibility there? Should he have been on a contain? And where do you think his head needs to be at? Because he's clearly beating guys into the backfield.
Well, clearly because I'm a defensive end technique specialist, I'll explain it as best.
That's why I'm asking.
Getting that stance, boy.
You're right. He got there in a split second, and that's just a testament to his quickness off the ball and how hard he goes.
And they didn't block him.
I just thought he was caught off guard. He wasn't expecting Burrow to pull it, and when he realized at the last minute he was going for the running back who didn't have the ball, he was just caught in a bad spot. I think in the future, he's either – I don't want to say he's going to slow down, but he's going to maybe take a different angle, or he's just going to blow both of them up. I think he's going to realize if he looks at it – I haven't really, dissected it, but if he looks at it back, why hesitate at all? Take them both down. He can do it.
Yeah. Make a hit on that. Real fast, sign off, salute, and congratulations. We appreciate all the people who come in and join us on a weekly basis. You got a special place in our lives. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Greg Martin.
Cheers, man.
It's official. It is official.
Nice.
Appreciate you. Nasta, AGH. Love you.
Our guys, man.
Our guys, it's the best board in the business. We can't have a Redskins conversation without these guys. And I wanted Greg to just hang out for one extra second because he asked an awesome question, and it segues neatly into the second half of our show, which is Thanksgiving. And that is all about the fact that the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys play every Thursday. Now, T, I'm going to give you a chance to follow up Kevin, but Kevin gets the first crack at this question. Why?
I don't.
Let's go ahead.
But,
Yeah, Kev.
I don't like following Kevin.
Is it time to change the Dallas and Detroit on Thanksgiving tradition?
Absolutely not. No chance. 1,000%. Don't care. I love knowing it's Detroit's day and rooting against Dallas and hoping that I have the opportunity every couple years to root for the Burgundy and Gold.
T?
But can I ask a question real quick?
Of course. It's your show.
Hasn't there been a third game added? It's just between two other teams that.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 games.
Yeah.
Well, I'm totally fine with that. Keep tradition the way it
Sure.
is. And if they hadn't added a third game, I'd still be fine with always keeping it. Look, tradition. I'm old school, man. Keep tradition.
Really? Hey, but dude, give the newspapers a chance to set their presses for breaking news like that, T, that you're a traditional guy.
This pandemic is not even going to stop me from getting together with the guys from my junior high school class that we do every Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Wow.
That's not going to stop us. We're going to have a little pit fire outside, stand socially distant, have a drink.
Be distant. Be safe, T.
Keep it alive. Just to keep it alive, it's going to say, hi, how you guys doing? Just so we can say we always did it. Somebody's got to continue it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll show up with you on my cell phone and with you there if just to keep you safer.
Right. Look,
He's about to hit you with a car.
Or if Kevin has a tattoo of your face on the small of his back, and I also think that could be a good representative of you. No.
You try and stop him from doing this safely on Wednesday. Good luck out there, bro.
No way.
Good luck.
Hey,
tradition, man. Leave the Lions on. Who cares about the Lions? But I love watching them on Thanksgiving because that's what you do.
Here's my solution to the whole problem, because I think I have the right
There's
solution.
a problem?
Yes, I do. Here's my solution to this issue, because I don't think Detroit and Dallas at home on Thanksgiving is the way to go for the next 100 years. Here's what I do think it should be. Sunday after Thanksgiving should be one 1 o'clock game, one 4 o'clock game, and one 8 o'clock game, and all the rest of the games should be played on Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving Thursday should be an NFL Sunday. Bring all the games to Thanksgiving, send just 3 games to Sunday. They make that Sunday a big deal. That Sunday is all of a sudden a big deal, and Monday night an even bigger deal. But Thursday, give everyone everything, because as much as I love the fact that everyone's coming to our messed up family Thanksgiving on Thursday. Yeah, go ahead, T.
Ken, my turkey.
Yeah.
You see my turkey here?
Oh, hold on. Let me get a wide
What's
of that.
he doing to that turkey?
What are you doing to that turkey? This
Gobble,
turkey doesn't
gobble.
work with other turkeys.
My turkey's telling me to shut the hell up.
Hiawatha.
Wait, I don't want you to shut the hell up. I think you should keep talking, T. Don't let that turkey talk shit to you.
The turkey said.
I never saw the turkey. I've been looking.
You can't see the turkey? It's right
Can't
next
see
to
the
Timmy,
turkey.
right underneath Pat Tillman. It's like
like
it's like one of those, if you let your eyes cross, like let them cross, like relax your eyes, and it turns into a schooner, like in
Fine.
Mallrats.
I tried. I can't do it.
All right, well, hey, listen.
I take your
we're
guys'
working
word
on it.
for it. But for God's sake, man.
Bring all the games to Thursday.
Oh,
Bring
no,
them all.
No. Let's make all the best athletes on planet Earth play on 4 days rest, which has been proven to be horrendous for everyone.
You know what? So make the season 17 weeks. Give the whole league a mini bye on the Sunday before Thanksgiving, except for the teams who are playing on Sunday and Monday. Bam! Solved your problem.
This is the Players Association nightmare, and you're
Yeah,
gonna have
but
to
you
get
know what?
involved in this.
But just think, hey, Kev, for all the stock you have in CBS, don't worry. They can still find people who've never caught a football game to call our games. I promise you, they can find these
I'm
people.
thinking about the guys that played on Sunday that you just took 70% of the league and took their Thanksgiving from their families.
Yes,
You're the
I did.
Thanksgiving Grinch.
Oh, I've
You're
turned
a mean one.
Guess what? No, sorry. If you sign a multi-million-dollar contract in this country, you play on Thanksgiving.
You're
play
not
on
a real
Thanksgiving.
person, sir, and your family is fake.
You can have turkey.
You can go to the
tomorrow.
Willy Wonka chocolate factory.
Oh,
Yes.
you will say
Come
you
on,
will,
man.
You will play for my pleasure on Thanksgiving Sunday. Sorry. Hey, listen. Just like the NBA is going full hog on Christmas, NFL should just absolutely circle the wagons.
Full bird?
Take it easy. On Thanksgiving, full bird. Yeah, full bird. All right, so T, next issue. We solved the Thanksgiving football problem. We solved it.
Nice job, T.
Nice job, T.
One last thing.
Yeah,
You know how
okay.
many would be torn apart because traditional family Thanksgivings would be ruined by some wanting to go to the game or be at the game? Come on, man.
That's not true.
What?
I'm a season ticket holder. I've been a season ticket holder for 20. I was a season ticket holder for 20 years. The stress of me leaving on
This
game
feels
day.
like Thanksgiving. T got that last one in. Now you're shooting back. I just took
back,
like
yes.
3 to the face.
Exactly.
Where do we keep
Welcome
the ice?
to our
Where do we keep
family
the ice?
awkwardness. This is what people are missing on Thanksgiving this year.
I ain't gonna miss
Everyone's
it.
sitting at the table.
Here's a little preview.
Everyone arguing it out. Everyone having it. We are not getting it, but we're getting it on Tuesday. And I'll tell you what, we're also going to get, T,
I'm getting it.
sides. We don't have a Thank God It's Tuesday episode before Thanksgiving without talking about Thanksgiving sides. We do it once a year. It's fresh for us because we talk about it all the time. T, you get to bat leadoff. Old school draft, first round. You can't pick something that's already been picked. 2 rounds. Kevin goes second. I go third and fourth. Kevin goes fifth. T goes last. T, pick your side and defend it.
I'm calling my shot.
What do you got?
Stovetop stuffing, man.
Legitimately out of the box stuffing for real on Thanksgiving Thursday.
Big. You can't have.
Dude, I don't. Can we delete this from the internet? I don't even want to be on. I don't even want to be a part of that.
As a Thanksgiving general manager, based on bylaw 16, page 3, rule Y, I can take.
Hold on, I'm putting him at full screen. I want him to own this. This is T Strachan full screen saying stovetop stuffing on Thanksgiving Thursday.
Specifically, stovetop.
Please direct all of your hate mail to t.strachan.ihatethanksgiving.com.
Right. I have the second pick.
Yeah.
What I'm going to take is the real stuffing that's so delicious because I am a stuffing guy. He specified stovetop out of a box.
Out of a box?
I've had a half a loaf. So I did. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys I cheated to deal with this. In the pandemic, we can't just do the whole entire mix. My mother-in-law and us had Thanksgiving last night. My wife and I cooked since 8 in the morning yesterday till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we had Thanksgiving yesterday. I had a loaf of French bread and a loaf of sourdough cut into 1-inch cubes sitting outside for 48 hours for my stuffing. As I made it yesterday with love, passion, and care. I also love stovetop stuffing. That's for every other day but Thanksgiving, man.
Oh, man.
T-Bird, your mom definitely has had stuffing extraordinaire.
I meant stuffing in general, but I'll own stovetop. I love stovetop.
Okay, all right. Well, that's your first round pick.
Do I get to keep real stuffing?
Yeah, you went with
Thank
homemade.
you.
I'm going with the one left on the board that's gonna just knock it down. That's mashed potatoes. You gotta just do mashed potatoes the right way.
Mashed potatoes.
I'm a stuffing guy. If I was drafting first in this draft, I would have taken stuffing or dressing, depending on whether you put it in or out of the bird. I understand there's a whole difference. But as a general manager who did not lose enough games to get the first pick in this draft, I have to take what's given to me, and that's mashed potatoes. Garlic, butter, chives, scallions, all day long.
Sour cream.
A little sour cream on the side. Mashed potatoes on the side of whatever meat you want to put there. And guess what? I get to write a second name down, and I'm going to do it right now. Listen, it's not just turkey, stuffing, and mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving. There's been a long tradition of all these families adding something special to the side. And what we've done in this house over the years is decide that once a year, if you eat Brussels sprouts, you are helping yourself out from a karma, soul uplifting standpoint. So I have been working on my Brussels sprout recipe, guys, on the grill, roasted with a little bit of bacon fat, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of Vermont maple syrup, and let them sit. I tell you what, you get something that makes every single plate yearn for a little grilled Brussels sprouts. Mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts. Turn it back to you for number 5.
I also turn to greens for my number 5 because it's just, you have to. We've already done all the greats. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty.
Yep.
But I think this is one of the greats. I do green beans. I do country style green beans. I cook a half a thing of bacon. I take the bacon out. I leave the bacon grease in there. I put the chicken stock and the garlic and everything else and add the beans, boil them down for an hour or two, real slow and low, drain it, put way too much butter, put all the bacon back in, let them sit for an hour, heat them back up. I don't give a damn. Those green beans take the full property of bacon and put it right inside themselves, puff up, and beg for you to just take a little bit and be like, holy shit.
I dare you not to eat a whole serving of me.
And you thought you didn't like green beans. No, they taste like bacon, man. And they're cracked to me. That's my number 2 choice.
Mr. Irrelevant, coming up.
Yeah, since I've already taken crap for specifying stovetop, but I'm gonna blow your minds again with something you're probably gonna hate is a oven baked cheese covered cauliflower.
I don't even. We can't even put I'm not going to put Kevin and I on camera right now. I'm just going to leave it for you.
Does he know this is a contest? Or
people are seeing this. This is on the internet, by the way.
Does
Just
he
so
know?
the show is.
Is he okay?
I don't know how she does it, but it goes incredible with everything, especially when the cheese gets mixed in with the gravy and mashed potatoes and all the other sides.
Okay, so here's the deal. You know, a lot of general managers are going to find it hard to draft last overall.
May I call a timeout? We each have one timeout. May I call a timeout?
You have a timeout. Go ahead.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
But he has to make another pick. Don't influence.
Don't end on cheese-covered cauliflower.
What's about to happen next? No, he's on the snake. He's up again.
No. Oh, we're doing 3 rounds?
We have to do.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry. I will.
My hands are in the air.
I will recuse myself. If we were going to do 3 rounds, T, what would your third one be? May I ask that question?
Please.
First of all.
No, just answer the question, sir. I just interrupted this man who had a cogent thought.
Draft number 17. Draft number 7.
Do it.
Twice baked sweet potatoes with the mushrooms on top, mashed.
You know what? Your fans are going to talk all off season about why you waited until the 3rd round to pick the twice baked sweet potatoes because they thought in their mind it was a 1st round pick. That's fact.
I'd rather eat a dog turd.
I know, but I'm just saying the fans have a right to their opinion, and T is a voice for those people. And I think in an election year, he has a lot of power when it comes to sweet potatoes. Because I hate sweet potatoes, but I've only had tasty sweet potatoes on Thanksgiving by people who have creatively imagined them.
In there, it's mashed up, it's twice baked, and it's got that nice layer of the mushrooms on top.
And some marshmallows, and I don't know what people do on Thanksgiving. I hate sweet potatoes year round.
It's the only way I like it. I can't stand just yams the way it's disgusting.
Don't you even think about apologizing, T.
Can you please, may I ask you to do your best Vernon Davis Thanksgiving sweet potato yams impression? Have you ever seen it? Vernon Davis on NFL Films. They play it on Thanksgiving every year. He did it like year 2. He goes,
when he was in San Fran. That's right.
Sweet potato yams. And he says it like a mother, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, he doesn't mess around.
It's awesome. And he looks like an actor. He's like, I think he tried to be an actor, actually.
That's when I see Vernon and guys like that do that, that's when I think of Maryland being in the South, because he's a Maryland guy. He was a Terrapin, and south of the Mason-Dixon, when you talk about sweet potatoes, it makes me think we're in the South. But I'll tell you what, T. What? Go ahead.
His affinity for his grandma, who raised him and called him Duke. That was his nickname. I can only imagine how delicious the yams that she would make would be. So
I would try and like them.
Draft 8. Draft number 8.
I can go 8.
For his home cooking, especially if it's his grandma or his mom. He does cauliflower. And
okay, we're trying to forget about your cheese-covered cauliflower pick desperately. But go ahead, Kevin. Pick number 8. I have 2 picks, by the way, ready to go. I have 2 cards.
Ready. I'm just trying to get the
2
saliva
cards
out of my
out.
mouth.
I'm going to take the best play that falls.
Too.
Now I'm picking Mr. Relevant, and I know based on the board, I know I'm going to be a hero. But T and Kevin,
I haven't seen the board, and I already picked a green. So for that reason, there's a version, and it's not creamed. It's straight. I call it straight butter corn that my mom made every year. The ladle, if you lifted it out, it was like coagulation and drippings happening at the same time. The butteriest ass corn you could ever put on a fork.
Okay. Well,
don't okay me like I just did something bad.
I am constantly amazed. I mean, not to be like overly, news organizational on you here, but I mean, corn. Everything we eat has corn in it. Like every single thing, right? I mean, if you buy something from a store, it has corn in it.
Everything
that's
we eat
just a
has fecal matter in it also.
Well,
are we going to belabor this point?
No. I'm just saying. I think it's understated and underrated the various ways you can make a corn dish.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most people get their corn by drinking soda or eating candy. On Thanksgiving Thursday, families reimagine the whole Thanksgiving Pilgrims and Indians banquet with a variety of corn dishes. Some are great, some not so much. You just described a great one.
Basic, but most people have cream corn.
Let the corn star. Corn's great.
Corn star.
Corn's great. Corn's great. You'll be picking it out for days. How about this? How about this?
What's
How about
your
this?
pick?
No, Mr. Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant. Okay? And I can't believe you guys just left him for me. Mr. Biscuit. Mr.
No,
Buttery,
no,
flaky
no,
aside.
No. I have 90 rolls to discuss. That's not a side.
Oh, a
That-
biscuit
that's-
is a side.
If a bread is a side, I change
No,
everything.
no, not a bread. A homemade rolled biscuit made with love
Listen,
and TLC.
The bakery portion of
No,
my
no, no.
family
If you
Thanksgiving
buy it from bakery, it
is a
doesn't
total
count.
different. No. The bakery section of my family Thanksgiving is a different.
I understand.
I would never have.
But I'm
picked
talking about-
buttery corn over any bread ever in the history of my life.
Kevin,
Ever.
and T, for that matter, think about this. You whisk together the dry ingredients, you put it in the refrigerator. You take a stick of butter, you chop it into 8 pieces, you keep it cold, you coat it in that floury mix. You flatten it out. You spread it out across the counter, fold it 3 times. Spread it out again, fold it 3 times. Only twice. Let it rise. Put it in the oven, coat it with melted butter.
Mark
The
it with the
flaky,
big.
homemade, buttery biscuit is so next level.
You sound like the Bob Ross of biscuit making.
Hey, this buttery, just
See,
brush a
the
little
whole
butter.
time
It'll
I
be,
knew he was talking about a biscuit.
it'll be our
but
secret.
I thought maybe it was
Just a happy little biscuit, a happy little egg-washed buttery biscuit.
You have a palette. You hold a palette with the butter.
The side has ruled, but the board has ruled. T and Kevin, biscuits are sides.
if any bread is a side, I would never have picked.
Not any bread. I'm not
Ken,
talking about the cheesy cauliflower
Ken,
of bread either.
Ken,
I'm talking about
Ken.
good bread.
Bread has its own plate where all that stuff goes.
I love my Thanksgiving bread.
I know I do. And I know you love like putting yourself into your dishes in a not the weird way.
I'm chunky for a lifetime for butter on bread specifically.
Okay. All right, I know. Well, you're not chunky for a lifetime. You've lost 60 pounds since the last. I mean, over we've had to change cameras. We had a camera on you that was a double wide screen, and now it's like it's a slim,
T started it.
total slim. Between everyone on this screen right now, oh, dude, I've lost like 12 pounds. You guys have lost 100. The two of you. It's insane. I got nothing.
That was a nice compliment,
Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Biscuits.
The
Oh,
week
I
of thanks.
know. It's
Thanks,
so bad.
man.
Yeah, well, you guys look great, and
Even though you shit on my house by saying my mom sucks.
wait, what
By
did I?
saying what?
What did I say?
By shitting on my house saying my mom's cooking sucks. I'm going to tell her that, by the way.
Those words didn't come out of anyone's mouth tonight.
You sack of shit.
Unbelievable. You know what? I can't help but blame
I'm
other
sorry,
people.
It's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
He got me riled up there. That was
was
great.
Adam Archuleta who said that, by the way, and Aqib Talib. I had nothing to do with either of those two statements, and I categorically reject them.
He only defended Dan Helly properly.
Properly. Dan Helly needed support, and he has my support, but in that argument, he needed everyone's support.
And he needs to be coming on here in like 2 months talking about it because he's a friend of all of ours and a local Pee Wee ball tight end.
I
for
will
the Gaithersburg Eagles.
be willing to say Dan Hellie will be on this show.
He's been on this show.
Again,
he can't wait to come back.
we're gonna have him on video. He's so
T-Bird.
handsome. He's a handsome guy. Let's be honest.
Listen, I've been drinking, and right now, you can't just start talking about how handsome the shitty announcers.
Oh, we gotta step it up.
Dan's not a shitty announcer.
No.
Obviously.
No.
He's class act.
Class act. Guys, it's Victory Tuesday ahead of a Dallas-Washington game. It doesn't get any better or more exciting or more compelling or more interesting and intriguing and dramatic as that. Forget the records. I can't, but I'm going to try for a second. T, final score, Thanksgiving Thursday.
Ooh, final score? I didn't know we were going with that. Look, first of all, I love the fact that we got guys like Chase Young, who went to Map High School, Kendall Fuller, who went to Good Counsel, Jonathan Allen, who's also a local guy. We got a bunch of other guys.
Stonebridge.
You know this as a rivalry game from their days as being young, right? And they can, just make this even better. I'm looking forward to it. I think that the Skins come out 28-21, squeezing it out on Thanksgiving in a close one, as I think all of these games are going to be.
Kevin?
I love it. The last time we played these guys, we outrushed them by over 150 yards. We beat them down.
I'm gonna give you a Kevin solo. There's not many Kevin solos.
That looks so weird. I don't even know where to look. But how about this? I'm not looking anywhere.
Look right there. Look at that camera.
We outstatted them at every level possible. We did. Every single statistical level. We outrushed them. I think we rushed for 200 some yards. They didn't get to triple digits. We mauled them. Our defense held their offense to 2.6 yards per play. I can't wait to watch all of this go down. We're better. We're coached better. And their weird ass coach did a Gallagher bit this week. You heard this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All the watermelons and the sledgehammers. Like, Chase Young, do your thing, my friend. And T-Bird, I agree with you. The local boys that understand the rivalry, that have all bought in, and they've done this since they were babies. Listen, maybe Dwayne Haskins has to come in for one series and makes one play, and then Alex Smith comes back in because, just like everyone talks about, he shouldn't come in based on someone else's injury. We would never root for that. And the movie is Alex Smith at quarterback at the end, right? And Haskins is like, You know what? Get on in there.
Yeah.
This is your movie.
Okay,
I'm in the prequel.
I don't know what he's in, but we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. By the way, look at this. Look how that comes through, Kev.
No,
it's almost Moten-esque. By the way, best quote of the night. If you watched our previous show, we had literally one of the greatest athletes in DC history, who played football and basketball at the highest level you could possibly imagine at the 17-year-old level. I mean, this is insane. He went and played basketball for Jim Boeheim at Syracuse, and we had him on our show tonight before this, and it was just the most amazing thing ever.
In Big East history.
The all-time leading scorer in Big East history.
February 2020.
He's the man. He's our man. We love him. We had a chance to talk to him tonight on our show. He'll be back.
Better football player.
The best quote of the night was that Lawrence Moten was unguardable by the camera. His camera screen, like he was holding his cell phone all night, and he was just like kind of all this way and that way and this way and that way. It was amazing. Just close your eyes and listen to what he has to say. His stories were unreal. Even if you aren't a DC sports fan, I promise you won't be disappointed. It's like 40 minutes of amazingness. And he was poetry in Moten. And that's how we know him, and that's how we'll always remember him. And if you're not from this area and you didn't know about him early, if you're not a sports fan, then you won't know who Lawrence Moten is. But if you love sports, you'll know who Lawrence Moten is because he is an all-time great athlete, and he played high school ball where we came from. I want to say thank you to Lawrence, but also want to say thank you to everyone for hanging out with us tonight. It's been an amazing Tuesday night. It's just started off so great. I know I speak for Kevin and T when I tell all of you who are hanging out with us right now that the whole reason why we're here, the whole reason why we're talking sports into microphones and in front of cameras is because we effing love it. And the reason why we effing love it is because it was injected into our main veins at an early age, and it's been constant IV. And it's a pleasure and an honor to talk DC sports. We don't pretend to be, talking for you. We want to be talking with you. And I know we're 3-7, and I know it's a weird year, and I know it's just like undeniably like crazy to talk about, winning an NFC East and playing in the playoffs. But that's what's on the line on the holiday of holidays for family. So that's my long way of saying thanks for being part of our family. Thanks for being part of this conversation. I know it gets weird sometimes, and I know you guys put up with our antics on an annual basis. And, man, I just know how much we appreciate you guys for being part of it. I know how much we just enjoy knowing that we're not dictating. We're engaging. And it's a two-way street. I mean, man, we're just the smaller half of the street, and we're hearing it, we're feeling it, and we're putting it back out there, and we're heading into a holiday season where these things will become more and more important. And I just hope that you'll take time out for us on a Tuesday night to spend talking about this trivial thing called DC sports, this trivial thing called Tuesday nights that we have stamped, put our foot down and said, for the rest of time, this is when we talk about things that we love. And with that, he's Kevin Ricca.
I just am tickled, and I love everything you said. First and foremost, this board. That was the most important part of it. You guys are the best, man. Thanks for making this something else. I hope you guys and all your loved ones and anyone important to you have a great Thanksgiving. Also, I promise each and every single one of you, I swear to you on this, I will not let Ken drunk dial or text his wife upon the end of this show.
No, it's not going to happen.
From the new house they're building to the house they're renting, it's going to be weird tomorrow. And she's like, what? Like,
no.
Stop by.
What? What's all this Adam Marchelletta talk?
Who
is Adam Marchelletta?
So what are you doing right now? Like,
yeah,
I'm
it's
your
not
wife, Ken.
No.
Like, no, we didn't talk about this.
Eric Anderson is saying I'm missing out on Scotch. I'm saying Eric Anderson's missing out on Tim Strachan.
To anybody who's still listening, I want to say thank you to you guys. I want to say thank you to my mom and her cooking that we did. I want to say thank you to friends, family. I want to say thank you to all the blessings I have despite the shitty 2020 that we're in. I want to be thankful for having the Redskins play the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving while I'll be with my family to make it an even more special holiday. But truly hope and wish a great Thanksgiving to everybody who's out there and appreciate everybody who comes to listen to us. I can't believe you do it every week and really appreciate everything. Thanks, guys.
I get the last word, and I get to say thank you so much to everybody for hanging out with us. Just like T said, there's nothing better than knowing we got the best group in the world to hang out with every Tuesday night. On behalf of First Amendment Sports, I want to say happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for each other. Give it up for us.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We absolutely love you, and we know that EOA. We're not gonna switch to Scotch at this point in time. It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Just if we're not, it's an Irish show.
Now would be the time, but yeah, you mean like of the night,
Yeah.
where you'd be like,
Got
yeah,
that.
that peat, that gets me. That oak, it gets me.
It does.
Yeah.
We love you guys. We're here every Tuesday night. We're gonna be here next Tuesday night, and until then, this was Thank God It's Tuesday. Be good.
Be safe.
Hey, Eric Anderson still live.
HEH, thanks for the still live on the preview show. I could have used it like T could have a couple weeks ago. Good looking out, brother.